Every artist has a defining moment in their career when the impact their music is having suddenly becomes real. We decided to reach out to some of our favorite artists and find out what that experience was like for them. What we discovered was even more interesting than we imagined, and we call it The Rise.
My name is Eric Bjorklund. I'm the lead singer of a band called Boiling Point out of St. Paul, Minnesota. Really the reason the band started was because growing up, all of us, we've all been around music a lot, and it's just been a passion that has developed. The band is just really a natural outpouring of that music that was developed in us from an early age. We've had a lot of great opportunities. We've been featured on ESPN. We've had over 5 million views on different YouTube channels. We've toured the country nationally and internationally. And those are just some of the really great things that we've had an opportunity to do. But at the same time, our heart has always been for change. Not just change that we could raise money for, but change that we could actually be involved with. We started playing a lot of shows around the St. Paul, Minnesota area. And along the way, we got hooked up with a group called Africa Uplifted because we were still really interested in making an impact in the world. And so we pooled personal resources and got help from family and friends and fans, and we headed over to Sierra Leone, Africa. And when we got there, it was a completely different world. I think there are some places in this world that you never really come back from. For me, Sierra Leone was that. Got over there, saw a bunch of kids digging in trash for something to eat, burning trash to stay warm, people living in circumstances that would be unacceptable to people here in the United States, and you really can't unsee that stuff. Like I said, we had no idea what we were going over there for, what we were going to do, but once we got over there, it was pretty clear that there was plenty to do because the war had ruined everything. Roads, wells gone, schools knocked down. Heartbreaking stuff. So when we were over there, we had the opportunity to actually work in a clinic. And I think the thing that will change me forever was this grandmother who came in with her grandson. And we weighed him, and he was, at 14 months old, 12 pounds. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but you could tell that this kid was not healthy, hadn't had a lot to eat. So we grabbed this kid and took him to a clinic that specialized in malnourishment, and showed him to some doctors, and they said, yeah, he's in pretty rough shape. Now, where that story is different in the United States is the fact that our hospitals aren't so crowded that kids aren't accepted. But that's a reality. That was a possibility. If this clinic was full, this kid was going to be sent home to die from not having enough to eat. Now, thankfully, that wasn't the case. They had some space at the clinic, and so they accepted him. The crazy thing is that this grandmother couldn't afford to feed him. How was she going to afford to pay for his health care? And so collectively, with the group, we actually just reached in our pockets. And at that moment of need, we pulled out everything that we could and just gave it to her. Because you could see this need that was real. It was in your face. And it was clear that if we didn't act, this child was going to die. So that's kind of what I mean by there's some places that you never come back from. So regardless of whatever we do, whether it's a concert or a song, I mean, we want these things to be great. I mean, we want people to be entertained. But at the same time, we want to have a greater impact on people as well. My name is Eric Bjorklund from Boiling Point, and this was The Rise.